Say I won't rap over bagpipes. Say I won't talk about that price. Just know Christ and live life like every night, my last night. Yo, about to switch up the pro.
What's up, Pat Squad? Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. No, but for real, today I'm super excited. I'm gonna get real to the chase, cut to the chase. I've been waiting on this interview for a little bit of time now. Charlamagne finally interviewed Kanye West, and Kanye West has been going pretty crazy so far about with the whole Donald Trump thing, and he has a new album coming out, which I'm not really interested in, but I'm just wondering, where is Kanye West mentally? So I want to do a reaction to this interview. It's been long overdue, but I really need to hurry up and get it out. So I really don't have too much to say, except for, if you like this video, subscribe. Do the Good Samaritan type of thing and subscribe to our video if you like this video. Okay, let's get to the chase. All right, this interview is an hour and 45 minutes. Oh, that was cute. I'm not about to sit. I got business to take. I'm not about to sit here. So let me put out a disclaimer right now. So I'm just about to chew and scrap, chop and screw. So I'm just about to chop and screw this interview real quick and tell y'all how I feel. I mean, maybe I can do a full reaction later, but not today. Ooh, is the volume up?
Yeah. How are you, my brother?
Oh, this is serious.
Seen a lot of pictures of you lately out and about. You know, so the first question is, how are you?
I'm feeling good. Diving right in.
The last time I think people heard about you in the news was Kanye West was having a mental breakdown. So mentally, where are you?
I think I'm in a stronger place.
He done gained some weight
than I ever was.
His cheeks look like he a chipmunk.
The
he got some
breakdown,
nuts
I
in
like to
his
say the
cheeks.
breakthrough.
What do you think caused the mental breakdown?
Fear, stress, control, being controlled, manipulation, like being a pawn in a chess piece of life.
Ooh.
Stressing things that create like validation that I didn't need to worry about as much. And you know, this is the concept of competition, and being in competition with so many, you know, elements at one time.
Okay, let me pause right there. So I really dig how Kanye West is being like super transparent. You know, like, first of all, shout out to Charlamagne the God for coming out and like just going straight to the chase, like no chaser. I mean, well, whatever. I don't know how they say it, but anyway, he went straight in. He dove right in. He was just like, whoop, whoop. Like, he just went right in, and I really commend Charlamagne for doing that. And this kind of got like a serious type of vibe to this interview already. Like, they started with like the still pictures and the B-roll shots and everything. Like, that was pretty dope. But I'm really surprised how Kanye is being like super transparent and everything like that. So I'm gaining a little weight, but you know.
Against time, your age, oh yo, you getting old. Race against popularity on the radio. Khaled got this song, Drake got this song on the radio, it's playing to death. St. Paulo ain't playing. I could take the whole interview.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because you've been the guy that has always created a flow, not gone with the flow. So it seems like you were a little upset that you weren't a part of the flow.
It was weird. I was looking at, you know, we're doing St. Pablo, and the cultural impact is incredible, but I'm looking for other forms of validation when there's other frequencies and other currencies.
Let me pause that. Let me just say this. It is so crazy how people that we look up to, or people that we want to be like, they still seek the validation that we seek. You know what I mean? That is so crazy how this world, period, is like off of validation. Oh, people didn't like this picture, so I'm gonna take it down. Or, you know, like, people want to be validated by other people, and that is totally not necessarily. That is totally not necessary. Be the person that you are. Don't matter, and it don't matter what is going on in your life. If you got it, then you got it going on. Like, people are going to follow what you're doing, and you know, and some people are not, you know what I mean? But just be you. But that's so crazy how that is really crazy. Let's keep it going.
So just because it's not playing on the radio, of course we had, you know, Father Stretches in the club and on the radio a bit, like it went to #1, but you know, to put that same amount, if not more work into a piece of work, and then you're used to it coming out like Graduation, where everything is everywhere, you know, it's frustrating. And really, ever since the Taylor Swift moment, it just had never been the same, the connection with radio. It's like, whatever powers that be, it was much harder after that. And then also, you know, LA leaving Universal, like, you know, he had that radio locked. So if you're an artist and you sign to a major label, you want to be on the radio, especially if you popular, if you popping, you know, if you're one of the most famous people on the planet and people love your music and all the best artists in the world are coming to your concert and all friends is like, you know, Snapchatting themselves at the shows and you selling merch out like that, it seems like, okay, radio should just be intact. And it might be just a piece of information that I was missing that wasn't being expressed to me that I didn't understand. Because at the end of the day, someone's controlling it, and I didn't understand it. But the radio element was just one of the factors. There's like, you know, the situation with my wife in Paris, and all of the elements of like you feeling like, you know, helpless.
Oh my.
You feeling like, what can you do? 1,000. You know, I had like went to Paris on that trip to protect her.
Yes. Come on,
But
Kanye.
not protect her, you know, physically, but
Mentally?
to go and just help her with her looks because she's in Paris.
Oh.
So I'm like, let me put my eye on it personally while she's out in Paris to make sure she busts these niggas' ass, blah, blah, you know, just so like get fly. And one of the things that she said that she heard is that they were coming to rob her and they had to wait till I had left. And when I found it, and that the people have been strategizing and scheming on that for a long time.
Yikes.
So
That's like a
when she
slap in the
probably
face.
got to Paris by herself, they were like, okay, this is our chance. Next thing you know, I get off on the flight the next day. And they were like, oh, okay, we got to like fall back. And then, you know, when I left a couple days later, I'm on stage and I hear that
Yikes.
my boy Sakai comes up to me and says, you know, your wife was robbed. And at that point, I didn't know the whole element or the whole story of what was happening. Previous to that, you know, just 1 week before that or 2 weeks before that, I'd done a fashion show. And I was 45 minutes late. And they LeBron'd me, bro. Like, remember when LeBron went to Miami? And they just killed him and like burned his like jersey and all that. It's like, I just done MSG, Young Thug on stage, you know, and then go and plug in an iPhone with 16,000 people. Everybody in the audience, whoever you want to name and shit, you know, streaming, live, all this, like a breakthrough. And soon as I was 45 minutes late, I felt it was the fashion community getting the right to say nigger without saying it.
Ooh,
to be like, yo.
Wait a minute. So, okay, so pretty much, and this is only like 5 minutes into the interview. It seemed like Kanye West has a lot of stuff going on. And you know, we all do it. Everybody doesn't have just one thing just going on in their life. So, I kind of get how somebody, and I'm a mom of 3 kids, and I'm a real estate agent, and I'm a wife, and I'm a child of God. So it's like, it's so much stuff going on. So I kind of understand, because I myself have like mental issues when it comes to my kids. Jesus. But yeah, so it seems like he got a lot of stuff going on. So it's a lot. It's probably a lot, you know, mentally that you can only take. You know what I mean? It's only so much that you can take. That's what I meant to say. And he had a lot going on. So
you come through stepping on necks and all that, and what you do in your approaches things and stuff. But if you get out of line, boy, we're gonna roast you. And it affected me because I'm an artist, and it affected me emotionally. It's like all these things were like almost set up to put me on meds, to break me down. The robbery, like I don't know where that came from. Was that a bigger plan, a bigger setup?
See,
also
he probably thinking
just be
like
on
that.
stage 4 times a night. I mean 4 times a week. You get exhausted.
It's so much going on.
So you were mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, physically exhausted,
that's understandable.
everything.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
Did you go to therapy at all? Because I feel like this is a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm sure you're the go-to guy for a lot of people. So it's like, who does the go-to guy go to? So I'm sure you had to go to some therapy or something.
Nah, I use the world as my therapy, as my therapist. Anyone I talk to is my therapist. I will pull them into the conversation of what I'm feeling at that point and get their perspective. Sometimes they'll be like, damn, I'm talking to Ye. I'm not expecting to talk about this. I'll talk through things. Anybody that I'm around, and I put that as advice to people. It's like, use people around you as your
But people
therapist.
around you don't always got the right
Because they probably know more about
answer.
you. Like a therapist is like, does a crash course in Ye and then comes and it's like, want to give you, some advice. And I'm not saying that the therapists are bad. I'm just saying that I like just talking to acquaintance, friends, family.
And that's what I
I
do.
keep them on the phone, for 45 minutes at a time, talking through things. It's like, it's kind of narcissistic, talk about my problems.
That fake
using
laugh
energy,
Charlamagne
even like
just did.
them being a sounding board and talking through it. So.
But when it comes to, I guess, mental health, so to speak, you seem to be in a good space mentally. So how did you get there? You just talk through it with people, or was it music? We see you returning to Twitter now. Is just getting these thoughts out therapeutic for you?
Yeah, but I'm not even, the thoughts that I'm getting out on Twitter right now, and that, I think everything is therapeutic, but I'm not doing it as a form of personal therapy. It's just an innate feeling I want to express. I decided to use this platform to express some breakthroughs that I've had since going to the hospital. Yeah.
What are some of those breakthroughs? You said something about the fashion world and how you felt like when you was 45 minutes late,
Charlamagne's
they tried to cut
skin
your
is
head off.
superb.
It's kind of
Okay.
the same thing with Taylor Swift. When you got on stage and
And that lighting.
interrupted
Okay,
her
Charlamagne, you look
acceptance.
decent.
It's like, do you feel like whenever you're in spaces where you're tolerated as opposed to celebrated, they remind you of that?
Oh yeah, you get reminded all the time. But the reminders don't mean nothing to me anymore because I've broken it. This is a Hermes level existence at this point. Like you look at a Birkin bag, the way it's made, the more scratches on it, the more value it has. So all those things, those pieces of the story have created who I am today, and I wouldn't turn down anything. Like I would be thinking about you as I was recovering, and I always thought I'm gonna go and talk to Charlamagne first. And I just wanted to say, like, there was elements about going to the hospital and having a breakdown or a breakthrough that was fire. It was incredible. The feeling was incredible.
Explain.
Well, on the song St. Pablo, I said, I'm praying an outer body experience would happen so people could see my light and know it's not just rapping. You have the context of rap. Here go one related. I want to talk about rap. Here go one related to what I was saying about the fashion show. So if my name pops up in a publication, and today I don't want to use white, black, the black man show, all too much of that. I want to modernize, but I want to speak about the concept of racism as something that is something we're in, it's something of the past, it's something we'll break in the future. So I say this, if it's a white publication, if they use the word rapper, they not saying that in a complimentary way.
Okay, I can see that.
They trying to say that to not classify it in a Howard Hughes, Picasso's, you know, Einstein way.
Artist.
Yeah, artist or just person or something. Just who I am. Whatever. Say my name and whatever. Just say my first name. Say half of my first name. Just say yay. Whatever. And whatever someone takes from that, then cool. And then say what happened. And just leave it there. Don't put no extra sauce on it. So when they put the rapper, and then they'll say something I'll say that's like absolutely inspired. But if they put it in something inspired in the wrong context will come off as, I don't want to say crazy because I also want to change the stigma of crazy, and I want to change the stigma of mental health, period. And I have not done no extra study on it. We at the beginning of it, we're at the beginning of the conversation, but best believe I'm gonna take the stigma off the word crazy.
Hey.
But
right
let's
there,
just say for
pause
now.
that right there. Do something with mental health because there's a lot of that going on in the United States of America. Like, period. I don't know what's going on with the United States, but I don't think we're taking mental health seriously. Like, all of these shootings and all of this stuff that's going on is way too much for us, and we're not taking stuff seriously. Especially school shootings. Like, there has got to be some type of other precaution or some type of other steps that we need to take for this stuff to not happen. And a lot of this stuff is due to mental illness, and a lot of mental illness comes from the way children were raised. Okay, that's why I'm trying to do my best to raise my kids well, so that they won't have no type of traumatic experience to, you know, refer back to. Oh, I was this, oh, I was that when I was younger. So yeah. Oh, my battery is going low. Okay. Okay, you guys, real quick, I just have to do an intermission. My battery on my phone is going dead, and my camera is going dead. So how about this? I'm going to do a part 2 when my husband gets back home. So this can be very intellectual, if you will. So I'm going to finish this up, and I'm so sorry for having to cut this short, but this is like an hour and 45 minutes long, almost 2 hours. So well, there you have it, guys. That is the end of part 1 of the Patman Show Kanye West interview with Charlamagne reaction. Oh my god, that was a mouthful. Like I said, I will finish up this video when Jeremiah gets back home. If you guys don't know who Jeremiah is, that's my husband. He's hilarious. But yeah, like I said, I will finish up with part 2 when my husband gets home. I love to do videos with him. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so sorry I had to cut it short, but my source of the video has cut off. So yeah, I will get back to you guys later on today. Excited.